Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Hi, how are you?
My name is Andy. I'm with Charlotte County COPWATCH.
Oh,
Can I
nice
ask
to meet you,
a
Andy.
couple
Absolutely.
questions?
Be happy.
So anyways, what is your opinion of COPWATCH and community watchdog groups?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, some of the ones I've seen kind of either spin the facts or the facts aren't completely accurate.
Right.
And what happens, I think, sometimes is when there's communication back and forth, they only ask what they want to know, not the whole story. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't have a lot of direct work relationship. I've seen some blogs and some things like that.
Right.
I know there's. I've seen one. Photography is not a crime, and some.
That's right.
Yeah, some of those, and it's. Quite honestly, I think a lot of it's bad communication.
Right.
But listen, I think accountability is important in law enforcement. I think it's important in any public service, and we ought to be accountable for what we're doing. So.
Just a couple more quick ones. Okay, what's your opinion of body cameras, car cameras, court cameras? Being transparent. Yes, a lot of places are starting to do court cameras now too to show that.
Meaning the courtrooms?
They are.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion of those three? Do you have a problem with that?
Don't have a problem with any of them. It's really what it really boils down to, I think, is what the community wants.
Right.
If the community wants cameras in the courthouse, if the community wants cameras in the cars, and the community wants cameras on their officers.
Right.
Back where I'm from, we have a couple agencies using the body cams.
Right.
And they're using them just fine. That's what their particular community wants.
Did it help?
Well, I don't know. You know, I'll be honest with you. It might be a little bit too early to tell.
Right.
You know, they haven't been out in the field that long. So,
right.
You know, time will tell with that.
Yes, we've heard both sides. It can help. And one last one.
Sure.
Okay, what's your opinion of the dogs?
I think canines are fantastic. I think they do great work. They find contraband and they track bad guys.
Okay, now what about? But I don't know if you've heard. There's been a lot of issues here of like abusive, excessive maulings.
Yes.
Okay, do you agree with that?
Do I agree with maulings? Of course not.
Okay,
absolutely
all right.
Not. I think, and I'll say this to you, I think a good canine team has a good handler who makes good decisions. And I think if you have a canine team and a handler that makes good decisions, you have a good canine team. So.
That's fair, man. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your
time.
Thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
My name is Andy. I'm with Charlotte County COPWATCH. Can I ask a couple questions?
Sure, Andy.
All right. So what is your opinion about COPWATCH and community watchdog groups? Are you for, against?
Can you just tell me exactly what your definition of that is?
Basically just like you hold us accountable, that we are able to also, hold, police and sheriffs and et cetera accountable.
I agree. There's only one person that's accountable in any of my commands, and that's me. I
take
full responsibility for everything that happens. I never defer blame. And at the end of the day, the public needs to have somebody to be held accountable.
Right.
I believe that that's the head of any law enforcement agency.
All right, that's fair. So that doesn't scare you, because some people it scares. They
shouldn't be in the job.
Thank you. Down here, that's rare to hear that.
That comes with the territory. And I think that's important. If people want to take these positions, they have to take the responsibilities that come with it. There's no one else to look to. You're not going to defer to a subordinate.
Right.
It's in the agency. There's an expectation.
Right.
There's an understanding that sometimes problems will happen. I don't care if it's a police department or a corporation.
Correct. Very true.
But the corporation or department is only going to run as well as the head of that department or agency.
Right, because they are talking about possibly getting one started here. There's kind of one here already, but not official.
At the end of the day, the public is the COPWATCH. The public is going to
it's supposed to be.
It's
correct.
going to hold the chief executive of
correct.
any department accountable. So whether it's a formal function or it's not a formal function, I believe it's already there, and that's who I report to. Through the city manager, of course. But they let it be known through their vote and through their actions.
Correct. Just two more quick ones. There's situations here. Okay, what's your opinion of body cameras, car cameras, and court cameras? A lot of places are starting to open up the courts now to prove that they're transparent.
Can I say yes? And with regards to court, it's not something that's within the purview of the police department, so it's really not fair for me to comment.
Can you give an opinion? with the court?
Well, let me tell you this.
What's that?
I am a strong proponent of body cameras. I believe that they should be issued to every officer
Very
as soon as they leave the academy
Thank you.
with a gun. And I believe that car cameras are equally important. That said, there's tough budget times everywhere.
Right.
And every dollar is important.
Right.
So if you told me which one I prefer, I would prefer the body camera because typically that car camera is focused in a tube.
Wow.
And so what I would do is I would propose one or the other. Certainly, both are best.
Absolutely, both are
and
best.
it adds another piece to the
That
puzzle.
protects both sides.
Oh, I don't know if it's. I don't worry about protecting both sides.
Right.
It just helps us accumulate evidence. Right.
Correct. Yes, it does.
I don't want to
Correct.
say who it's going to benefit or not
Correct.
benefit, but it's a way to accumulate evidence. But I think that the body camera itself is a key piece of equipment. I think
Absolutely.
that it should be issued to every officer.
Absolutely.
On leaving the academy. And I don't think that this should be a piece of equipment. Some departments will get a camera and will put it in a patrol room, and then each individual officer takes it. That doesn't work. My experience, it breaks. You know why?
Why?
Because people don't want it, and it just
Correct.
doesn't work. Everyone gets issued it, and it's your camera, and if it breaks, there's only one person who's responsible for
Wow.
it, and that's you. So I am a very, very strong point. I don't mean to not answer your question with regards to the courts,
No, that's
but I
fine.
think that you have an understanding at this point
Right.
how I feel about video recording.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's
Fair
yeah. The last one that I want to ask you, I don't know if you heard, is a controversial subject here. It's the dog maulings. Do you believe that we should have it for that or not? You know, they've been sued multiple times here because they've abused them here. What's your opinion of that?
With regards to the use of canine?
The use of canines.
I think the canine is an important piece of equipment for any law enforcement agency.
Right.
But with any piece of equipment, the use of it has to be constantly monitored and evaluated.
Right.
So when using the canine, it's just another use of force that hopefully we haven't escalated immediately to unless it was necessary.
Right.
Hopefully we've tried the less forceful means first.
Right.
That said, at times people will get bit, will get hit with a nightstick, will get hit. Sure, man, I apologize.
Right.
Will get pepper sprayed or tasered.
Correct.
The important thing is that we monitor the issues,
Right.
that we establish a database. We start to look at who's using force,
Right.
what was the justification
Right.
for it, was it appropriate, and then we're monitoring that through the officer's career. So I believe it's very, very important
Right.
to have a canine. Like any other piece of equipment, the
Right.
use of it has to be evaluated and made sure that it was appropriate.
Because
I will say this, I come
What's that?
from an agency where we have a large number of canines,
Right.
And I have had officers who did not use the canines appropriate. They were removed from
Very
that position.
good.
So,
I
but
haven't heard the
think
whole-
it's.
I brought up the
think
canine subject.
I apologize. I'm
My
gonna turn
I
it
know.
back.
Connie Mooney.
Hi, Connie.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
problem.
No, you did very good. Very, very good.
problem.
Thank you.
I don't know if I did good, well, or not.
Right.
I'm answering questions, and this
Right.
is how I feel, and I want the community to know about
Right.
me, and I want to make sure that there's a good fit. You know, that the community understands Michael Copey, and that Michael Copey understands the community. I want to go somewhere where it's going to work. Where it's going to
Right. Thank you.
Without Mr. Gregory.
Sure you go.
All right, my name is Andy. I'm with Charlotte County COPWATCH. Wanted to ask, what is your opinion of COPWATCH and community review boards for police? What's your opinion?
We don't have that. in
Okay.
Nashville.
Right.
Hopefully we don't have that because there'd be nothing to write.
Right.
It would be negative.
Right. There you go.
That's my hope.
Right. That would be good.
That would be my hope. I believe watchdog groups are good
Thank you.
because you keep us honest.
I try.
So that's my take on that. I mean, I'm transparent with the press.
Right.
Have always been. If you
Right.
check on me in Brooksville and talk to all the press up there, they got my name, my cell phone. I'm available 24/7.
Wow.
I don't believe in that no comment. I've never said no comment in my life.
Wow.
There are certain times when you have to say I can't
Right.
talk more about this story because it's an open investigation. When
True.
that happens, I will say that.
Right.
And then stand by it.
Right.
But and you will have to write whatever you have
Right.
to write.
This is
Right.
also for
And-
him to be able to
But
watch from afar.
transparency to me is the key to all of us getting
I don't know
along.
yet.
Can I ask two more quick ones?
Sure.
Okay, what's your opinion of body camera, car camera, and a new one that a lot of people are doing, and I like it, court cameras? I know that does relate to you, but it doesn't, but what's your opinion?
In Brooksville, I've been there for 10 and a half years.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was in Longbow Key for 6 years.
Okay.
We had in-car cameras the whole time.
Must,
When I
wow.
left New York, we had just And back then you had to, it was 4 or 5 different pieces.
Right. Yeah, now it's
wasn't
now
nice
it's
and
one,
easy.
right?
Oh,
I think.
oh,
Yeah,
no, it's just
yeah.
simple. And
Yeah.
you download it in the trunk, and the officers can't get it. And,
Correct.
And and the way I've always sold the in-car cameras to the officers was that it is a tool for them.
Both sides.
As much.
Both
because
sides.
it tells exactly what happened.
Absolutely.
He said, she said. And the majority of our personnel complaints, which thank God I don't get many, can be cleared up in a second with video.
Correct.
Right. So I'm 100% in support of videos in the car.
Yep.
The body cameras, I'm theoretically all for them.
Right.
The only problem is the expense of storage.
Right.
For my department in Brooksville, who was broke, that's an issue.
Right.
For other departments, you have to weigh it. I mean, you know, if there's an issue, I mean, I think body cameras are great.
Right.
You know, as a tool for both us and for the public.
Both sides, absolutely.
But there's never a question.
Right.
You know, there's always going to be a question if, you know, I'm talking to you and something happens over here.
Correct.
That's not going to be caught on the camera.
Correct.
But without it,
correct.
you can still get sound, you can still get some other stuff. So I'm all for body cameras. I'm all for in-car videos.
Yeah.
The court cameras, I think we should all be able to see what's going on.
Oh man, I like. You're doing great. You're getting A's all the way so far. We're down to the last question.
I'm sure I'm not always going to get A's, but I'm good with it.
We're down to the last question that, as she knows, is a situation here. What's your opinion of the dogs? There's been a lot of dog incidents here. They've abused them excessively on mauling.
I've had canine experience for the last 25 years.
Right.
Probably even longer than that, probably 30 years. I was never a canine handler myself. I was actually a lieutenant in charge of canine division. I had 2 shepherds of my own, personal dogs. One was a dog that I brought up to be a canine.
Right.
That flunked out and we wound up keeping them. So I'm very familiar with the breed.
Right.
I used to have 2 dogs in Brooksville. I have 1 now.
Right.
I've never had a bite.
Right.
When we were in Belkey, we didn't have any. But in New York, I had 5 dogs at one time.
Right.
These dogs, the kind of dogs, and I always found that the personality of the dog and the handler always seem to go together.
Right.
If you have an aggressive handler, you're going to have an aggressive dog.
Exactly. What do you do in that situation then?
You don't have that person.
Okay.
You don't have that person to handle a dog because I don't want a dog like that. Now, my dogs in Brooksville, when I first started the program, they had some issues in the past.
Right.
With dogs, and I wanted to bring a dog back, so what I started with just drug dogs.
Right.
They weren't bite dogs. I wanted them friendly. I wanted them to be able to go into the schools. I wanted kids to be able to pull on the dog's ear.
And he won't rip them apart, right?
That's the kind of dog we want.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, so we had that dog. We wound up getting the patrol dog.
Right.
But the patrol dog we have, this dog's a little bit high-strung.
Right.
We know we can't send that dog into a school.
At least you're honest.
But it's a good dog.
Right.
I mean, dogs are very expensive. So when you get them,
they are.
And then you train. Now my handler is a very laid-back, mellow handler.
Right.
Prior, I had a handler that was a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
He needed that little laid-back dog.
Okay.
Kind of offset of both.
Right.
And my laid-back guy can handle the aggressive dog because he's laid back.
Interesting.
We have never had an issue.
Right.
Knock on some wood, but I don't need to do that. But I mean, anything can happen.
Correct.
You can have an accidental bite.
Right.
But actually, we had one dog bit another officer that happened to walk by. And walked too close and just nipped him in the hand.
Right.
But it wasn't a civilian. And 2,
right.
It was kind of like the handler's fault.
Right.
For not controlling where the dog was at, and allowing other people to go by. Now, when I see a dog in the hallway,
right,
I go around it.
I would too. Correct. Yes, I'm hogging up here. You did great, man. Thank you very much.
What's your name?
Andy, Charlotte County COPWATCH.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
Andy.
I'm online.
All right, I'll look for you.
Thank you.
Problem, which is the police have been tasked. We've got body cameras running.
Yes.
Right. Hello.
I was going to ask you about body cameras. So.
That was on my list here, and I missed it.
Sure,
I'm
my
going to let
pleasure.
you chat with others.
Can I do 3 quick questions?
Good luck
Sure.
to you. Thank
All right. My name is Andy. I'm with Charlotte County COPWATCH.
Okay.
What is your opinion of COPWATCH and community watchdog groups for police?
I think they're an excellent way to supplement the efforts of the police department. You got to work hand in hand with each other.
There you go. So even when it might be critical, you're okay.
Listen,
all right.
constructive criticism is good criticism.
Right.
If it's a criticism of something we did, then obviously we've got to look into that to make sure that we, adhere to all of our policies. Is there something we can do better? You've got to always be open-minded to those kinds of criticisms. But as long it's got to be done respectfully.
Both ways.
Both ways, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because in Charlotte County, it's not like that. Another quick question: what's your opinion of body camera, car camera, and court cameras? A lot of courts are starting to open up with a camera now. I know you don't have anything to do with.
What was the third thing you said?
Court cameras.
Court?
Believe it or not, they're putting cameras in court now, so the courts can show they're transparent also.
Well, I'll answer the third part first.
Okay.
Because we don't have that where I'm from, but the one thing I would like to see is the cameras in courts being used so that the cops don't have to drive all the way there. You could use cameras
that they do with the jail, correct. That's a very good, I agree.
Instead of driving 40 minutes north,
I agree.
They could be doing that. So the answer to your question is, all the studies that I've looked at says body cameras correct behavior on both sides, right?
Correct.
On the community and on the police.
Right.
So what you have to look at is a cost-benefit analysis, right? Because while the cameras are not very expensive, the storage and maintenance and keeping them in perpetuity with managing the public records request and making sure we're not compromising the privacy laws, that is a labor-intensive and henceforth expensive proposition. So I think what you have to do is look at the totality of your complaints, and that's where you have to kind of gauge how much is this going to impact our legitimacy in the community. My department, we get very few external complaints, like under this per year.
Do you have what do you have for cameras? Do you have car cameras at least? Wow. Oh, sorry.
We have nothing. No complaints. Very minimal.
That is very good. Okay.
But that goes back to the hiring and training of the right people.
Right.
Is my belief.
All right. Last quick one because it is a situation here that a lot of people know about. What's your opinion of the use of dogs? There's a lot of maulings here. There's been lawsuits. I mean, they were literally abused here. What's your opinion of the dogs?
Dogs are a tool that have to be applied properly.
Okay.
They are an invaluable tool for finding felons.
Right.
People that are resisting, that are a danger to the community.
And
also being dual certified for narcotics helps with keeping our streets clean. I saw some numbers. Looks like you're having about a heroin overdose a month right now. In this community. So we're having more than that where I'm from. My agency actually has 6 dogs.
Okay.
But they've got to be trained. They have to have very clear rules of engagement. They've got to be held to task when they step out of line. My guys don't step out of line with that because they know if they do, gone.
Okay.
So we don't care about the huge amount of dollars that it takes for training and preparing and buying that dog. If you are not going to handle that piece of equipment properly,
correct.
You're gone.
Correct. And that's what happened here multiple times.
I saw a little bit online, a little bit of that. The one thing that I saw that I thought, I wonder why they don't have less lethal shotguns here.
Can I shake your hand?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Correct.
So,
there is tons of less than lethal. In fact, the pepper spray, you can get the giant can.
Not a big fan of pepper spray.
Well, it's better than being tasered. The taser, as you know, actually can even screw you up mentally. If you fall face forward, it can. I mean, so you already know the
injuries that you can get
are
with
worse with the taser.
Right. So, but again, if you're not resisting and you're compliant, there shouldn't be a tasering, right? Shouldn't be.
Right. What if it's false arrest?
Time and place is not right there on the street to have that encounter. You know what I'm saying? There's an IA process, there's a court process. You, again, if your guys are doing the right thing, they're trained right, they treat people right. If they have the mentality of being guardians of the community,
there you go.
Shouldn't have that issue.
And how many complaints did you guys have?
We get more internal complaints than we do external, I'll tell you that.
I'll shake your hand again. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Hi, how are you?
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago. And so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.